What's up, guys? In today's video, I'm going to go over some news, and I'm going to share a clip here from an interview by Flickering Myth. And shout out to Flickering Myth, by the way, for interviewing Kane Hodder, and also shout out to the content creators like Slash and Cast and Wheezy, because I found out yesterday about this from their channels. So let's jump right into it. I'm going to show you guys a clip from this interview from Flickering Myth. So here we go, and then we'll talk about it after.
First day Friday 13th game fan. So I loved seeing you with all this. And so you're still, doing stuff, right? We
Oh,
haven't
lots.
good,
Because
good.
after the Friday game, we did the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game,
Where you
right?
get to play another horror icon. Like you just keep
I
checking
did
them off.
everything as Leatherface in that game. And uh, I guess I can say this 2 weeks ago, or maybe 3 weeks ago now, we just started a third game.
Hmm.
And we're not at liberty to talk about it yet, but wait till you hear what it is. And you know, and it's the same company all three times, which I love working with these guys. It's Gun Interactive, and Illfonic also was involved in the Friday one and this new one. And I love doing the motion capture. It's and if you've never been on a motion capture stage, you don't realize how technically advanced it is. I mean,
Hmm.
yes, you have the sensors all over.
I'm going to end it there, though, but as you guys heard from the clip, that short clip, like almost 2 minutes, Gun Media left TCM because they're making a new game with Illfonic. Confirmed by Kane Hodder, by the way. Kane Hodder is going to be doing the mocap for it. A lot of people think it's going to be F13. I think F13 is probably written all over the wall for this new game coming out. I see a couple comments too. Some people think it's going to be, I think, Hatchet, if I'm not mistaken. I saw a lot of comments about Hatchet. But for me personally, I think it's going to be, I mean, maybe we'll find out tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday the 13th, right? I personally think it's leaning more towards F13. I get it. Wes Keltner said they're not going to be, he doesn't want to work with Horror Inc. anymore, but Kane Hodder is in a mocap for this next game, and he did F13 already, right? So why not do it again? I mean, I don't see a Nightmare on Elm Street coming out, or I don't see a Scream game coming out or a Nightmare on Elm Street game coming out. I don't see Kane Hodder mocapping for those two games. So yeah, when it comes to Kane Hodder, yeah, probably F13. I mean, what do you guys think? Like I said, a lot of people were talking about Hatchet in the comments that I saw. A lot of people think it's going to be F13 remastered. I mean, Jason Universe is going big right now. And like I said, tomorrow's F13. They're probably going to announce something. I mean, we got an F13 TV show coming out. I think we have an F13 TV show coming out as well, if I'm not mistaken. And they're probably going to announce something tomorrow for F13. And yeah, it's going to be very interesting. I mean, a lot of ASIM games coming out. Hey, who knows though? Maybe this is not an ASIM game. But I think Gun Media and Illfonic are going to make another ASIM game together. Um, people are already forgiving Gun Media, by the way, after they left TCM in the dirt. I saw from a couple comments, people are praising them for some reason. But I think after TCM, let's talk about TCM though now, because Gun Media. I mean, Illfonic wasn't a part of TCM, by the way. Illfonic was a part of the first Friday the 13th, or Illfonic was a part of the F13 game that they first released back in, I think, 2017. But in terms of Gun Media, they just left TCM in the dirt to make a new game with Illfonic. I kind of find that ridiculous because, I mean, man, that game had so much potential. I mean, why can't they do what Illfonic does? I mean, Illfonic has so many games running up right now. I guess it's because Gun Media pays another team to code their game, right? But we'll see what happens. We'll see if they announce something tomorrow for F13. If it is F13 though, if it's not F13, then who knows what it could be. People think it might be Terrifier as well. I don't see Kane Hodder mocapping for Terrifier though. It's possible, but I don't see it happening. I feel like this might be another F13 game, which I don't mind. But that's just an assumption, right? Who knows? It might be a Terrifier. Who knows? We don't know because he can't say anything about it because he said they started 2-3 weeks ago. But yeah, I mean, I saw a lot of comments, people saying they're not going to buy the game because of Gun Media. Rightfully so, man. Gun Media kind of ruined their reputation with the last two projects they had, F13 and TCM. I mean, I know people like to say, "Oh, the lawsuit ruined F13," but it was much more than a lawsuit when it comes to F13 on Gun Media's end, and even Illfonic. But then again, Gun Media, I think, I don't know. Let me know if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure Illfonic started with them for F13, and then Illfonic left, and then they brought in Black Tower Studios. Same thing with TCM. Sumo started with Gun Media, and then Sumo left, and then Black Tower Studios came, and guess what? The game got shut down again. So, I mean, we'll see what happens. A lot of people say they're not going to buy the next. A lot of people say they're not going to buy the next game, but guaranteed, if it's F13 remastered, all those people that say they're not going to buy the game are going to buy it. That's just how gaming goes, man. But yeah, shout out to Flickering Myth for this interview. I did listen to it quite a bit, and yeah, this part caught my eye because I'm actually surprised. They're making a new game, Gun Media. I mean, not surprised because they sunsetted TCM, right? So it's business at the end of the day. They made their money with TCM. Now they're gonna go to another game and or make another game and make their money, right? So hopefully this game can actually last more than it. Hopefully this game can last 2 years minimum, please, because I hate games that only last a year and a half. Like, there's so much potential with these games and they just leave it in the dirt. So to end off this video, it's going to be very interesting to see what the next game is. It could be an original game, but I personally think it's going to be an IP because money talks and they're going to make a lot of money from an IP game. I mean, they made a lot of money from TCM. I mean, according to a lot of people, they made around $40 million from TCM, and that's probably why they left that game in the dirt, because they made their money. Now they're gonna go start another project and make a shit ton of money there, right? So the saving grace for this next game is definitely the dev team sticking together. What I mean by that is, let's say this next game reaches 3 years. Illfonic and Gun Media have to stay together for those 3 years. If Illfonic leaves after a year and they bring in Black Tower Studios again for this next game, it's over. They got to stick together, because when you stick together, chemistry builds. Chemistry builds between the dev teams and the community themselves. And obviously, you don't want to switch dev teams. Like, you don't want to get rid of Illfonic and bring in Black Tower Studios, because that's going to mess up the coding system, right? That's what happened with TCM, man. Sumo left. Black Tower Studios came in. They didn't know what the hell to do with the coding, and the game got ruined. A lot of bugs. They couldn't push out content because they were struggling, and I'm pretty sure they couldn't push out content because they were focusing on this next game. But yeah, guys, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about this. What game do you think it's going to be? A lot of people, majority of people think it's going to be Friday the 13th remastered. I personally think it might be F13 as well, specifically because of Kane Hodder. But yeah, Gun's reputation is definitely in shambles. I mean, a lot of people are not going to buy this next game because of Gun Media. But I'm rooting for Illfonic though, more than Gun Media. Illfonic, I know a lot of people hate on Killer Clowns, but they actually did a pretty good job with Killer Clowns. And what I mean by that is there was challenges, you unlock cosmetics. The customization was actually pretty good in that game. You can change everything, your hair, upper body, lower body. You can even change your eye color in that game. Obviously, that's not a big deal, but customization is there, man, in that game. Plus, guys, the level cap in that game was 1,000, I'm pretty sure. And that's crazy because TCM was only level 99, and Killer Clowns is a level 1,000. Level 1,000 in that game, which is crazy. A lot to grind for in that game. I know a lot of people hate on Killer Clowns because the gameplay isn't the greatest compared to TCM. But guess what? Illfonic had more passion and did more work with Killer Clowns. Keep in mind, Killer Clowns has around like 40 players on Steam alone. Obviously, there's more players on console, but they have 40 players on Steam alone, maybe even 30 or 20. And they have more passion, and they actually put in more work compared to Gun Media and Black Tower Studios with TCM when they have more players over there, which makes no sense. And I know people are going to be saying, oh, Killer Clowns, they don't release good updates. The 1 year anniversary update was terrible. People expect a lot from video games nowadays. That 1 year anniversary update from Killer Clowns was way better than TCM. Way better, man. So yeah, I'm rooting for Illfonic, not that much for Gun Media. Hopefully Gun Media can actually like gain trust, but I don't know if Gun Media can gain trust after what happened with Savini and F13 and what happened with TCM and what they did to PS Plus players and how they announced content and just left it in the dirt. But we'll see what happens with this next game. But other than that, shout out to Flickering Myth once again. I'll leave a link in the description for this channel. But other than that, hope you guys enjoyed this video like I said, and be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and take care, guys. Have a good day, and see you in the next one.